hands-free. So the first mandrel is stepped, which means that it goes size 12 and then down to size 11 and then down to 10, so that each step is equal. And
then
you've got that one, which is tapered. So if you have half sizes, quarter sizes, then in the video I teach you how to use those mandrels and get any shape, size ring, and whether it's flat, whether it's round, and you don't have to have your hands all tied up with holding the mandrel.
And see, that's
really
great. And
yeah,
I'm clumsy. You know I'm clumsy. I am bad with direction as in left and right, and my hands tend to want to invert on me. So I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So this tool is great.
It's worth its weight for sure.
And that's included in this. And like I said, the fiber brick, all of the things, the tweezers, the small rubber block. I mean, it goes on and on and on. And to pick this up for only $219.99, exactly like you're getting certified yourself, including having Jackie there right with you, taking you through the process step by step. The polishing cloth is included. I mean, we could, and we'll get more into that, but first, I get so excited about just the technique overall, which we're going to take you through one more time. And I'm hoping you're going to get to do this on the air for us today, too.
Yes, so do I.
I hope so too, but now let's take a look. We'll take a look really quickly in just a few minutes and show you, and I'm going to have you lead them through this because this is the magic of this. We're down to about 175 of these left. So more than likely, this is going to be gone. So hopefully you're online. Now this is what you're going to do when you get home.
Okay, so it's very simple. Any texture, you're just going to roll it out over the slats with your roller. And then you're going to cut it. You can leave it any shape you want. So if you want it rough, you can leave it rough. If you want to trim it down, you can do that. It's very easy. Dry it however you want to dry it. You always want to sand something and not leave sharp edges because it is silver. And when it's done and it's pure silver, if there are sharp edges, then you can really damage yourself. You can create quite a weapon there. Yeah. And then you just polish it up any way you want. The polishing cloth gives it that little extra that just brings out the shine of there's nothing like silver.
And by the way, the polishing cloth that you saw right there, that's included. That tool you're using, the agate burnisher, which I know is one of Margot's favorites, it's included, right?
Yeah.
The Teflon coated, I call like the pads that you put down so it doesn't stick, that's included. The slats that you see to hold that in place, they're included. So really everything you're seeing in that video, they're going to be getting in this kit, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The video really is an hour, and there are 4 projects that I do on the video that cover all the different kinds of consistencies of the clay. So the leaf I talked about, using the paste, is right there. And this is using the syringe. This was actually done over a Chinese lantern in the backyard.
Oh.
It's a pod from the backyard. And I just put the syringe over the pod and then fired it with the torch.
And it really is amazing how you can allow your mind to really be free with this.
Really can.
And what I love, you talk about the techniques. I mean, that's what's great about that, because that's the key, is to learn the techniques and then let your mind go.
That's right. That's right. And they're only meant to start you out. They're not meant to be the be-all, end-all.
Right.
Because the whole purpose is to inspire you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jackie.
Oh, no, go ahead. Nope, go right ahead.
And it's $219.99. You can't go wrong. But now I don't know if we can get to work or not right now, because I'm going to tell y'all something. To see her in action is truly a joy, and she will really inspire you that if you're not online yet, but I got to tell you, you better hurry, because when you see her work her magic and then you realize I can create beautiful high-end silver designs. I've got the tools here. I have all the clay. I've got, of course, and this is important too, because you've got to fire it, I believe, right here. You're going to fire it on. This is another important thing, the fiber brick, right? Because this is, I don't know where in the world you would fire it otherwise. You've got to have this, and it's included.
Well, you know, there are a bunch of different things that people want to fire on that you really shouldn't, and one is a regular brick from your local home store, because they're not meant to be heated in one particular spot. So if you have a torch on a regular brick, you think, oh, I don't need that, I'm going to use a regular brick. And if you fire on to a regular brick, it's going to split it, because because it's not meant to take the heat in one spot. It's meant to be heated all together.
And you'll use this forever and ever. You'll never need to replace that.
And it's so light. This is compressed vermiculite. That's what this brick is made of, which is why it's so light. And when you heat it, because a lot of people are afraid that, you know, it's going to be at fire danger or whatever, but this is rated to 2,300 degrees. And if you can see me when I was in Nashville, I would hold the brick with one hand and be torching.
That's right.
Because it's cool everywhere,
amazing.
but right where you're putting it. So you never have to worry that the heat's going to be transferred and it's going to burn up something. What we do here is we put it in a little pan, right? We put it in a little roasting pan or whatever, so that it gives you that, security that you're not going to have any heat where you don't want it. But it's a brick was made especially for this.
And that's included in this too, so that's something you're not going to have to worry about. The agate burnisher as well, which I'll tell you this, I went and priced these, and I know Margot loved working with this because that's a professional tool.
This is a professional tool. If you sort this out and price this individually,
Oh, God.
there can be $40, $50 each. This is actual polished agate, and what this was actually created for was kombu, which is a way of adding silver to gold to hot silver.
Really? I didn't know that.
You can put 24 karat gold onto silver.
Oh, that's awesome.
And what you do is, because you have to burnish it, which is the act of compressing it, if you do that while you are still hot, if you use metal, what happens? The metal takes the heat and draws it out of the piece and gets very hot.
Yeah.
But this is agate, it doesn't.
Oh.
And so what happens is it keeps the piece hotter longer and lets you burnish the gold right onto the silver. So now I love it for just regular burnishing, because this doesn't, it's not as sharp as the regular burnishers are.
And you know what I love too? I think it's amazing when when it's all done, you fired it, you start polishing it. It is amazing that it went from that soft moldable clay.
Yeah.
And you can get really tough with it, and it maintains, and that's why I love that. And my gosh, right now, and that's the thing, and I've got to double check and see. The good news is we do have a few phone lines open. We're going to actually demonstrate live in studio as well, but this is all you're going to do. You're going to take that, use the Teflon coated pads, place those down, so you don't want to lose any of your clay. You're going to roll this out. You create whatever shape you choose to, whether you want to texture this, you want to shape this, you roll it out, you dry it with your blow dryer, then you fire it, and you will magically see this harden. You will see this become silver before your eyes, and when you polish it, that's what really blows me away. I mean, that's what just sends me over the edge, is the polishing factor of this, because all of a sudden you are now truly, just like I can name, I'm naming the names of famous artists in Italy. When you think of like Italian artists, they had to apprentice in working and creating with precious metal before they could become certified as artists. So think about that when you're learning this. Truly, this is an art form. Now we're approaching about 100 or so left. Now we're going to actually, if we can, show you how to do this. We're going to do this live in studio. Now, what do you want to show us first? I just wanted to.
Well, if I'm getting
easy.
Yeah.
Just to take us through the process, kind of like you did there, because I love it that just show you how
and
not
it's
a
such
fire.
a huge difference, because what I have here, actually, instead of a hair blower, which is noisy and you have to hold
But
and
you can't
everything,
use. You can.
I have, obviously. But when you're talking to the camera, it's really tough when you have this.
Oh yeah, it really is.
So what I have here is a mug warmer. This is a mug warmer. It's hot,
cool.
so I'm being ginger with it. But this is a mug warmer, and they also call them candle warmers. And this works for mostly flat things.
Okay.
So that's why I like a food dehydrator and a hair blower, because if I'm making rings, they're very difficult to make here.
Oh yeah.
Because they're still on the mandrel, and then how do you heat it? And it's
that's not good. But it's perfect for what we're doing. So now.
So the thing you have to remember when you work with art clay is that you have to have all of your tools ready before you open the clay up.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you open the clay up, it starts to dry.
Yes.
And so you have to be ready. Now, it's not going to dry just like that. And there's a bunch of things you can do to keep it moist, but you want to be prepared. So I've got my slats to keep it 1 millimeter. I have my Teflon coated work surface.
Work surface.
Work surface.
I'm bad to nickname things.
Well,
so.
we're not supposed to say proper names, so we have to be very careful
There
about
you go.
what we
Okay,
call
thank
it.
you. Work surface.
Yeah. So I have my agate burnisher. I've got things for afterwards. Oh, I've discovered this little doodah, and you can get these anywhere. They're actually stencil brushes, and I got this at my local craft store, and I use this to brush my piece off when I've sanded it.
Oh, nice.
Because you collect all that.
That's so true.
The worst thing you can do with metal clay is blow.
I know, and I was so bad about that because I didn't realize before I got in your class.
And so you're sanding, and then you blow, and one thing is all that is being dispersed into the air. That's a waste of silver.
Yeah, you don't want to breathe it. You want to wear it.
And you don't want to wear it. You don't want to breathe it in, no. So I have this. I have my clay. Now, this is clay. This is 50 grams. This is a ton of clay. This does not This does not come into the kit. It's only 40 grams.
And I'm not to interrupt you, but I've got to let everybody know we've got 100 of these remaining, and that's it. So as you watch her, go ahead and find your place in line. We got an extra sales reps to take care of the phone calls. You've got to get this kit right now. But now you're taking. Now you get 60 grams total of the different types. From, of course, you're getting, of course, the syringe, which is going to create like the really delicate patterns like you saw in the earrings. You're getting the paste, which you're going to need all the time, and of course your clay, and that's going to be about 40 grams, I believe, of the regular clay.
However, JTV, I do believe, sells this separately.
So yeah, you can get, we've got a great sampler kit, but now you're going to take this out, and you're going to, now this is what we're going to do. We're going to get.
Now this is 25 grams in here. It's two 25-gram packs in the 50. So I'm going to take this and just take a pinch of what I need, and then the rest is going to go back into the. So this is 25.
Okay.
I'm going to take off a pinch, put it in here. Now, I do have to admit, they really didn't tell me ahead of time I was going to be doing this, so I don't have any, yes, thank you. No, I don't have any texture.
Well, I just kind of put you on the spot.
Yeah. It's called extemporization. I know about extemporization.
Anyway.
So, since this is slow dry, I'm kneading it just a little bit.
Okay.
So I am going.
But just I wanted them to see in person though how malleable this is. I think it's shocking.
Well, if you can look and see that really, I have texture.
That you
Thank
love.
you. I'm so happy.
There you go.
I'm not happy until I have texture.
There you go. Me either. Me either.
Okay, so I just wanted to show people. I wanted to show people here how flexible this clay is. Okay, you see it? How I'm just folding it. Now. The other thing that you must have is some release of some kind. I use olive oil, plain old olive oil that you have in your kitchen.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be the first press. Doesn't have to be virgin.
No, just one,
So I'm taking that and you can see me just lightly oiling my stencil.
Okay.
Okay, this is just texture now.
I see, just to kind of show them, because I think it's amazing.
Okay. Right here, whoops. That's what happens when you have olive oil everywhere.
That's good for your hands, though.
Okay, now I'm looking for my roller, which is right in front of me.
I'm looking too, which is bizarre. Okay, hand me the roller,
I got it.
guys.
Nope.
Oh, is it in there? It is in your handy dandy toolkit. There you go.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize.
Again, one of those things is like, that's what I'm doing?
There we go.
Sure. Okay, so I'm going to roll this out, and I have a little of the olive oil on my roller, too. Look how, can you see that?
Okay, right there.
Look at that texture, how beautiful that is. It comes easily right onto the clay. And then I'm going to put it there. And we're going to do what's called a rollover bale, because it's the easiest to do. So right now, I've got my paste ready. You can see that the texture is actually on the other side. Okay, so there's the texture. That's the front. Now what I'm going to do, a rollover bale is just that. It's a way of taking the clay that you've got and rolling it over. I'm going to trim this down here.
And that's to cut your clay. That's going to come in the kit.
It's called a clay cutter.
A clay cutter.
How about
there
that?
we go. Easy.
Is that original?
That one is not tricky to me. There you go. And by the way, everybody, if you want to get the texture mats that Jackie is working with, this is the item number you need, JLW Kit 1695. That's the shells in the Southwestern. And that's always fun because I love beautiful texture in jewelry. So you can get any of these accessories. You can ask your sales rep, or better yet, log on to jtv.com. And you can get that as well. We have about 75 of the big kits left, and this is it, y'all.
Okay.
It's not back again until September.
So this is the paste, and you use the paste to connect a piece to a piece. So I just rolled this over. Okay, so I rolled it over, and there is my bale.
Oh.
And for those of you new to jewelry making, the bale is what you put it on to hang it.
Right.
Whether it's a part of it or whether it's a finding, however you do that. Now you can see that I really don't have anything in here and it's holding its shape. If you really want to put something in there, you can get something as easy as a straw.
Oh, see, and I love it because you do get more. She takes you through the process of creating beautiful pieces, but the better you get with it, you start finding these things.
Oh, you find these things. I'm learning new things all the time.